Hello and welcome again to Not Fake News. An article from Tom Knighton at PJ Media. I found this article at College warns against recording in class after professor's anti-Trump rant goes viral. Video and or audio recording without instructor permission is prohibited. District School Code Conduct Board Policy. Administration Procedure 5500 and Educational Code 78907. Shortly after the election, Orange Coast, California, community college professor Oleg Perez Stable Cox launched into a tirade during her class on human sexuality, calling Donald Trump a white supremacist and Mike Pence one of the most anti-gay humans in the country. While it's unlikely that she was the only professor to make such statements, she did have the misfortune of being recorded by a student who was less than appreciative of her behavior. OCCC claims they've launched an investigation. However, their target seems to be students and not the professor. What's new? Everything's backwards with them. What the Dems do is they say, okay, what's the right thing to do? Oh, let's do that. Then let's not do that. Let's do the opposite. They are posting signs warning students not to record instructors without permission. Almost 2 months after a security recorded a video of an Orange Coast College professor post-election comments about President Trump touched off a nationwide firestorm, signs reminding students that in-class recordings are prohibited without instructors' permission and have been posted in an Orange Coast classroom for spring semester, which started last week. That's probably why they don't want Davos in, because Davos won't put up with this shit. Right? Anyway, the sign reads, video and other recording devices without instructor permission is prohibited. At the bottom of the sign, it cites the Coast College Community District Student Code of Conduct and the California Educational Code, which prohibits recording without permission. The college president argues that the signs are for protecting teachers from having words taken out of context, but not everyone is buying that excuse. Actually, if you have a video, it's perfect proof whether she was talking out of context or not, if you ask me. Joshua Relegue Martinez, president Emeritus of the Orange Coast College Republican Club, which posted the video on its Facebook page in December, said he considers the signs to be a slap in the face to all students. One of the things that it's doing is suppressing students from reporting faculty wrongdoing, he said. Another is producing a huge inconvenience to those who otherwise regularly record classes. There is little doubt that the academia has a strong leftist base, so it seems far more likely that such a policy is designed to protect professors from criticism by the public at large. As Martinez notes, it's difficult for students to report wrongdoing without evidence. It boils down to he said, she said, and the conservative student isn't likely to win the battle with the professor. While there may be an ongoing investigation into Professor Cox's conduct, it's unlikely to have happened without a recording of the rant. The school's decision to post signs reminding students to not record without permission seems more of an effort to further weaken the influence of opposing points of view on campus than anything else. UC Berkeley's police chief officer, I've made a video already. UC Berkeley's police chief officer offers terrible excuse for her failure. Anyway, next video or next article from Nicholas Balassi in PJ Media. Congresswoman to Trump. A great USA economy, best way to prevent Islamic radicalization. Thousands of construction workers throughout the New York State walk-off sites February 1st to rally for a council bill to require greater safety training and equipment. All workers matter, it says. Representative Louis Frankel said President Trump should focus on creating jobs instead of not admitting refugees because a great economy is the best way to prevent Islamic radicalization. But you know what? Donald Trump can chew gum and walk at the same time. As a matter of fact, he's doing like 17 things at the same time. So yeah, he's going to get that done. And creating jobs is something that he's been talking about and doing. Frankel joined a group of House Democrats for a hearing and featured opponents of Trump's executive order that temporarily pauses refugee programs and travel from certain Middle Eastern countries into the United States. The executive order, which is under temporary restraining order while it's being challenged in court, covers Syria, Iraq, Iran, Libya, Somalia, Sudan, and Yemen, which are countries of concern that came under some visa waiver restrictions under the Obama administration. The refugee pause lasts for 120 days, while the travel restriction lasts for 90 days. Let's watch the video.
So I think it's pretty clear to everybody in the room that the new executive order is inhumane, it denigrates our values, and it is dangerous to our security. I think it's dangerous in another way also. I liken it to
I'm sorry. I'm trying to make it bigger for you, and it got paused.
A misguided, dangerous hoax, because for many Americans, they listen to this ban and they say it sounds like a good idea, and they don't understand the consequences of it. And I think we should not ignore that a lot of people are listening to this and saying, oh yeah, that sounds like it's a good idea. That's why your voices are so important, and that's why I think just hearing from ordinary citizens all over this country is so important. And we need to really shift the conversation to more constructive ways. I mean, we want to keep the country safe. And what I want to say to the new president is, why don't you just get back on the track of jobs? Because if you...
I don't know what's happening. You're having a hard time.
Probably the best way to stop this radicalization from happening, which is what is the real danger to Americans here in our country, is to have a great economy where people do not feel desperate, where they have hope, where they are not in a position to be radicalized.
I'm sorry, I'm losing this video for some reason.